Hello, Aquarius. Welcome. This is the Feminine Inquisition. My name is Tiffany. Thank you so much for being here. We are doing your reading for the month of June. Also, I just put up Sunday Fun Day, all signs, where I use the deck I'm using right now for you, which is the In-Between Tarot, which I think I'm going to make your deck. I think it got you. Yeah, came out with stars. I think it got you. So we'll see how that goes. So today's reading is about the wisdom of contradiction, because June gives us Gemini and Cancer, and Gemini's sophistication of holding two contradictory thoughts at the same time is how they guide the rest of the zodiac. And so we're going to look at what two truths you might have sitting in your system, in your person, about you. Maybe that's the Cancerian input to this month, but maybe it's just two truths that you've got ruminating right now in your life, showing up in different areas. So we will use the Osho Zen to get feelings or how the processes may be looking. We'll use the Before Tarot to get context if we need to, and we will use the After Tarot for advice. Okay, this is for Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and or any other placements for Aquarians that you are checking up on. If it resonates and you watch this reading, do give me a thumbs up and let me know. Okay, let's get into it. For Aquarius, for June, what do they need to know? Can I get the two thoughts, the two ideas for Aquarius for June? I'm just going to flip them out for you. I never know how it's always going to come out. I get told right before it begins. Right. Okay. So I've got the Ten of Cups, the Ace of Swords, the Fool, and the Sun. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. The other idea. The Four of Swords on its side. Knight of Wands is at the bottom of the deck. Okay, there is something very massive that you're connected to, some big idea that you want to say, that you want to do, some jump. I think you want to take a jump into the brightness of a thing. You feel like you have no choice, actually. That's what it feels like. This is so much momentum, so much support, so much connectivity, so much here and now. This is what we want. Hell no, we won't go. In the light of day, too. You're not keeping this to yourself. Over here, this is a much more sleepy energy, an energy that has to do with what? I don't know. Peace, recovery, postponing something, putting it off, not having an application for the idea. It's so different. It's so different. And I don't really get it. Knight of Wands, Knight of Coins, Five of Cups. The Tower, Four of Wands, Six of Wands. Okay? Seven of Wands. That's abandoning a situation. So this part where you become free, this Ace of Swords could be cutting something out. Could be cutting from a family member, because it's preceded by the Ten of Cups. Could be leaving a home. Knight of Wands, Knight of Coins. This is really fast. This is really slow. Thinking fast and slow. And it's about the reconciliation of things that have been upsetting. This is going to bring you to a better place of understanding, a better place of recovery. What was lost can now be found, and you'll heal from everything in between. Then I've got the Tower, the Four of Wands, and the Six of Wands. So in this deck, the imagery is, this is exciting. This is like a circus. This is a show. Six of Wands is, it's being caught off guard. But coming through anyway, right? Because the Six of Wands is great victory. And all of this, Four of Wands, Six of Wands, so great victory in homecoming, in celebration, in unity, in walking this tightrope is like the burning bush. It's not only sudden and a surprise, but it's a miracle. And Four of Wands, Six of Wands, Seven of Wands, I think that you're truly fired up about it. And I think it's a mixed emotion for you because on the one hand, some of these wands are good and some of these wands are defensive. So let's look at what brought on this situation, okay? Before I get ahead of myself, because I don't, this is your life. I don't know what it's about. Can I see what we're talking about? What is this? This is the before tarot. These cards spit out. What is this about? Five of Wands. The Strength. That's Leo back to back. Page of Pentacles. Ace of Wands. Yeah, you're fired up. And at the same time, this kind of energy of this consistent, small, piece by piece. Now, Five of Wands in the before tarot is this idea that you want to work with other people, that you need to work with other people, that there's competition, that there's maybe these kinds of, you know how some people who are in competition still come together as part of like, not a union per se, but like, what am I trying to say? Oh God, some like they're in the same trade, right? Like there are these kinds of trade shows where, I don't know, let's say it's beer. Let's say it's crafting beer. Then it's like everyone gets together and it's this mind meld and you can learn from everyone. Something like this, something like in this Five of Wands, you're not really working together, but you are globally in the big picture working together because you're the beer community, something like that. And it's a big idea and you're part of a larger group and yeah, you got a community going and it requires a balancing from you every single day. And what that has to do with the Four of Swords, I have no fucking idea still. So this guy he's caught off guard. Oh, sorry. He's caught off guard. He's sleeping. And then a warrior comes. And when we took these cards out from the bottom of the deck, also the Six of Wands showed up for the in-between tarot and she was caught off guard. So something about this balancing for whatever project you're taking a chance on, whether you cut something out and are free, or whether you actually take a chance with a sort of truth and divine timing and blaring through like the sun and all those wands, you're still caught off guard. Now, what does that mean, right? So can I get a sense of not only the Four of Swords, but being caught off of guard, please? Being caught off guard. One more. Two of Pentacles, Four of Cups, Seven of Wands, the Devil, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Cups. There's the Ace of Cups being drunk. Caught off guard. Are you dealing with someone who has some sort of poor coping mechanism, someone who's manic, someone who's high and low? As you are working through and counting on other people, you think that other people can be counted on in the way that you can be consistent, but actually you're dealing with someone who can't be consistent. And it might have to do with consumption of something. I don't know. The devil is here. So there's some toxicity about when energy rises, when someone wants to rise up and take initiative and do the thing that they said they would do. It's hard for them to find a balance. And that looks like this. The insecurity, the rush of energy, the balancing, can I do it? The time management, the busyness of it all, got to keep up with it. So then there's some compensation on the other end, and praising oneself before the task is actually done, and then going slowly because of the consequences of whatever is imbibed or consumed, being caught off guard. This is the story I'm looking at. You are up against a huge initiation energy of doing something that's really fucking cool and radical for you, and it's an Ace of Wands, an Ace of Cups. It's got your life force in it. Okay. And at the same time, you are also going to be blindsided by something that has to do with toxic patterns in perhaps yourself or someone else. So let's see you. I'll use the Ocho Zen to see if this is another person or you. Can you show me who's this devil energy? Who's coming through with the devil energy, please? Clarify this energy for me, Spirit, so that I can help Aquarius. For June, who's coming through with this devil energy? Please. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to put these back in, but I have the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Wands, same card. That's romancing the situation of stress. Two of Cups when it comes to exchanging and being caught up in a dream. Six of Cups. So there's fantasy here. In this deck, these cards are not the same as the other tarot. They're given titles, and it's also in French. One more shuffle. Okay, let's go. Devil, Four of Cups. Whose energy is this? The Page of Cups, the Four of Pentacles, the Star, that's you. The Temperance, which is integration in this deck, the Emperor, which is the Rebel, and the Moon. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. Ten of Swords at the bottom of the deck. Major, 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 major. Four majors from a six spread about who this energy is. Clarifying a major. So, life-changing. Life-changing. With the devil and the angel, right? Because it's temperance. The moon and the star. There is a huge spiritual capacity here to elevate, to change other people's lives, to bring forth life, right? Because this is past lives when you see the moon and you see an hourglass of people coming into new existence. The Ten of Swords, this is breaking beyond the limit of your cognition. This is breaking the mold of what you didn't think was possible. This is the end of, a kind of hold that you've had, mentally speaking, right? A kind of script that needs to be dismantled and destroyed. And it's great that we're back into the June readings, because I did an all signs and I had to come out from the Gemini energy because it was just abroad. But all these June readings have been showing me the Ten of Swords, and that is the moon, that is the sun in Gemini. So we have a sun and the moon here, so it's the total experience. So I asked, who is this energy, right? And it's the immaturity and the holding on. The Page of Cups to the Four of Pentacles. So the immaturity that keeps someone blocked, that keeps someone from freeing themselves, opening up their wings. They're inexperienced. Maybe immature is not valid, although in some instances I think it is. But you can be immature and lack experience but you can lack experience, and therefore it's not so much that you're immature, you're just inexperienced. So that's the small distinction. Now, I have the sun, the highest wishes for you, you embodying your core essence, fully integrated, balanced. The Emperor, taking charge, becoming the authority on your life of what you don't know, of your hopes, of your dreams, of staying connected with the stars so that you can bear what you don't know in the moon. It's super beautiful about what is possible with this devil energy. It's an intense energy, but it grants you what you need to stay the course, to keep the vision. So how are you blindsided? Ten of Swords is here. Ten of Swords, the Four of Swords. What's missing is the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is about avoidance, departure, maybe running away from a situation, whether it's you, whether it's someone else. And then the Emperor is here is, for me, I want to say that, of course, it's becoming the authority on the situation. In this deck, it's the Rebel. He's breaking through chains. So does someone think that, I don't know, what was off limits to them, maybe if in a special balance system, if this is a partnership of work, again, some chains of command, does someone just break through and you don't see that coming, that they're going to break these chains of command? A rebel is going to come through and there's going to be a mutiny, and that's why the Ten of Swords is also here. Can I see the moon? The Emperor and the moon. Knight of Wands. The Star. Page of Cups. Okay. It's you. It's you. You are using this to your benefit. I don't know what that looks like. All I know, it's a brand new experience. Showed up as the Page of Cups 2 times. And the Knight of Wands, you've shown me before. So I'm not sure what beast you've let in, what beast is hounding you, what dragons you must slay. Maybe you catch yourself off guard. I don't know. I don't see this transactional. I see this with you, and it's just with you. There is a breakthrough of what it means to be connected, to be holy, to be divine. And maybe you do have a vision, right? Page of Cups 2 times. This bird drops a fish into his cup. What I know is that there's big moves that need to happen from you, and you're doing your best to stay consistently slow, even though you need the energy to still be revved up. Aquarius, I hope it makes sense to you. Advice. One more. Connection, love, affection, tenderness, exchange. Right on. That's it. That's what I got for you. With the 9 of Wands. Again, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I just have to leave it there. It doesn't have to make sense to me. it either resonates for you or not. Sun and moon, temperance and the devil, the fool and the world, the 10 of cups, all the wands you can think about, and the star 2 times. So this is a moment in this month where you are moving in a direction that speaks to you, and that's cool. I think there's a big thing, big idea that you're going to have that's going to come out into the world that's going to change things for a lot of people. It is the Knight of Wands, so it is you in life, your life force into the world. Because the star is here, because the sun, because the moon. There are other people that are going to be in it with you. There are going to be people that are supporting you, but you are going to come into a Page of Cups experience, which is a brand new emotional landscape for you to navigate. So that's cool. Do I have more than that? No. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Until the next time I read for you. Ciao, Aquarius.